out on the open road. Wind in your hair, bugs in your teeth, and a car pulling out in front of you. Accidents like this happen every day. And you want to make sure you're protected.
Slow down, check your surroundings, put down your phone, and be sure to use caution when using the crosswalk. 5,000 people are killed every year on the road, and someone is getting injured every 7 minutes. Drivers are just as much at fault when it comes to accidents. Be alert at intersections and keep your foot on the brake in busy public places. Don't let your community be a part of the rising statistics.
For me, art is really defined as a problem-solving strategy. No matter what artists you look at, no matter what artists are making, they're organizing a problem and then setting out a path to be able to strategize and solve that problem for themselves. It's a visual problem.
Well, looking for a Christ-centered sorority at Pitt State University, Gamma Alpha Lambda could be the place for you.
GAL is an organization here on campus where college girls can join and just be a part of a community that loves Jesus.
Gamma Alpha Lambda, or GAL, does not currently have a building, but is all about the community and the building of relationships. If you are interested in joining, find them on Guerrilla Engage or Instagram at gal_PSU.
There are 6,261 foster children in care in the state of Kansas. Fostering Connections, a local SEK nonprofit, aims to benefit foster families socially, emotionally, physically, and spiritually.
Goal this year is not to grow wider in more programs, but to grow deeper and impact more and more families.
For more information on Fostering Connections or for ways to volunteer or donate, visit fosteringconnectionsks.org.
So Flag Church has just impacted me because it's given me a community of people that I guess believed in me, and I've seen my belief in myself, my ability to lead people, my confidence in my relationship with God all flourish because of people that believe in me. And I think that's just the mark of a good community.
Marquis English, only at 6'6", is really the main paint presence this entire game from either team. Jeremy Shaw, top of the key, he'll drive, loses it. Alexander's right there to recover. RJ Forney for the three ball. That one will fall. Johnson on the crash doesn't help out. The Gorillas back within three. So RJ.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of MIAA Live. I'm Drake Miller, and last week we had two games, including a blowout from Nebraska Kearney and a well-fought win for the nationally ranked Central Missouri Mules, who have overtaken the Gorillas in the D2 National Coaches Poll at number 7. We'll have some highlights and MIAA standings ready for you, so stay tuned. Starting things off with the Mules, who hosted the Fort Hays State Tigers. To kick off the game, Central Missouri's QB Zach Zabrowski scored the first on the Mules' home turf with a 68-yard deep pass to Arkell Smith.
And now let's go over some standings throughout the MIAA. At number 1, Central Missouri overtaking first place from the Gorillas. Pittsburg State at 2, and if they want to share that top spot with Central Missouri, they'll have to get the win today. At 3, Missouri Western, and tied for 4th, Emporia State and Fort Hays State. At 6, Northwest Missouri, 7, Central Oklahoma, 8, Missouri Southern, 9, Nebraska Kearney, and tied for 10th, Northeastern State and Washburn.
And now to look at some regional rankings. At 3, Pittsburg State at 9-1, falls back one spot following the loss to Missouri Western. At 4, Central Missouri 9-1. At 7, Missouri Western 8-2, on the rise towards the end of the season, beating Pittsburg State in a close finish. The top 6 teams here will make the playoff, as the top 2 teams will get a bye.
Hello and welcome to Let's Do That Hockey. I'm Kat Bailey, here alongside Caleb Lee, and we are here to give you a crash course in one of the greatest sports in the world. Are you new to hockey and want to learn the basics? Or maybe you know the rules already, but the rest of it just seems really overwhelming? Every episode will break down a different part of the game into tasty, bite-sized morsels.
Alrighty. Before we get into things like penalties and superstars, we're going to get on with the rink. There's quite a few lines and circles on the ice, and each deserves its own purpose.
So first off, I want to say thank you, Jacob, for being here. To start things off, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here at Pittsburg State?
Right now, I work in the athletics department here at Pittsburg State. I'm the Associate Athletic Director for Fan Engagement. So basically, my job is to make sure that we get as many people as we can out to our sporting events, our athletic events, our external events, and then make it a kind of cool atmosphere when they come so they want to keep coming back. Yeah.
It's a cold, wet night in Pittsburg, Kansas, the weekend before Halloween. The main drag through town, Broadway Street, is a little busy. But 1 block away in a dark, damp alley, a small bar is starting to come to life. Hiding among the costumed crowd here at TJ Leland's is a band.
This one's called Superman.
You wouldn't distinguish them from anyone here, but their drums are up on stage, being used by the bands before they play. This is Cosmic Beam.
Well, I feel invincible tonight.
Casi inmediatamente me llevaron a la iglesia y me bautizaron antes de que pudiera caminar. Mis padres se casaron en la iglesia el 13 de mayo del año 2000 por el padre Tom Strout. Antes de eso, mi tita y todos sus hijos habían venido a Nuestra Señora de Lourdes justo el año anterior para dar gracias a Dios por haberlos traído a todos desde México.
Pues yo llegué aquí porque ya mi esposo estaba aquí trabajaba, y entonces nosotros nos hicimos residentes de Estados Unidos por medio de mi esposo, y nos venimos aquí porque él ya tenía mucho tiempo de estar trabajando aquí y decidimos nosotros venir a encontrarnos con
water. So the species that live there, fish, amphibians, they don't have enough oxygen to continue thriving, and if they don't completely die off, they can end up being lethargic and lingering near the surface, or just crowding in small areas where there might be some moving water, and if they manage to survive the lack of oxygen, that then makes them easy targets for predators.
Having these significantly lower water levels in bodies of water not only yields concern for fish and amphibian who live in them, but also for those animals that live out of the water, and is a key factor in their lifestyles, such as various types of aquatic mammals and different types of migratory waterfowl.
Ooh, baby, I love the things you do to me. Lift me off my feet. Nights apart, I can forget my middle name.
Welcome to the 14th Annual Fall Strategic Communication Internship Panel. My name is Kristen Livingston, and I am an assistant professor in the Department of Communication here at Pitt State University. Joining us today are 4 very ambitious students who have worked an internship experience and are going to share the details of those experiences with us today. Joining us are Hope Rainey, Ben Thomas, Cade Cowdrey, and Braden Zahner. Thank you all for joining us today, and I'm looking forward to discussing a little more about your internship and maybe sharing some of the opportunities for other students. So,
tonight on Caps 13 News, the town of Girard hosts their Christmas festival to celebrate the holiday season.
And the town of Fort Scott held their annual candlelight tour to bring in the holiday season, as well as
nationally ranked indoor track and field team begins a new season at home, plus PSU announces a new head football coach coming up in sports.
Thank you for tuning in to Caps 13 News. I'm Lily Weir.
And I'm Drake Miller.
The city of Girard held its annual Christmas festival last Thursday.
Hello and welcome back to Caps 13. My name is Joe McGrath and today I'll be taking you through the weather. So let's get right into it and let's look straight into the current conditions. Right now, 59 degrees for our high today, partial clouds all across the night, or not the night sky, excuse me, the day sky, but that nice sun peeking through, it feels right. 57 degrees, the dew point this morning was about 42 degrees. The visibility, thanks to those clouds and sun, is sitting around 10 miles. The humidity is around 45%, mostly because we got a cold front coming through this weekend, which will be a lot of precipitation today, or tomorrow, moving into Saturday.
Well, it's been an exciting 2 weeks for the men's and women's basketball team at Pitt State. Both teams have competed well so far and are looking towards conference matchups with some of the best teams in the country. The PSU men's basketball team has already found success against nationally ranked opponents after a tough fight against Central Oklahoma. The Pitt State Gorillas held the lead in the opening minutes of the game, but the Broncos adjusted their offense and took back the lead going into the half 33-27. Pitt State relied on their starters throughout the game with only 12 points coming from the bench. And the team was able to extend a lead against Central Oklahoma at the end of the game, with the final score being PSU 75 and UCO 66. The Gorillas will have their next game at home against Missouri Southern on January 6th.